I'm Gail. Today I'm going to be planting some tomato seeds. I have 4 different varieties that I'm going to plant, and I'm going to use a method that I've recently learned from watching Brian on Next Level Gardening. I'm going to be planting my tomato seeds in these red solo cups. So tomatoes apparently can grow roots right out of their stem. So using a red solo cup, first filling it halfway with soil, planting the seeds, and as the plant grows, adding more soil. So that's the basic method. But to get started, if you've got this, I just happen to have some solo cups laying around, so I'm going to use the same thing that he used. You could use regular pots, but you want them to be tall so that you can plant the seeds down low, and then as they grow, snip off the leaves and add more soil. So the way I added drainage to my cups, he suggested some different ways, but one of the ones he said was cutting, and it turns out that if you take your scissors and you kind of squeeze it on the corner of a solo cup like that, you can actually cut a little piece off, and it makes this nice hole in your solo cup. Let's do the next one. So you just take it and you just crunch it like you're cutting anything, and it kind of just folds, and then you've got another one. So let's go all the way around. There, and one more. Just literally cut the corners off, and now you have this great drainage from the bottom of this cup, and I think it's going to work really, really well. So today the kinds of tomatoes that I'm planting are 3 from Burpee Seeds and 1 from Baker Creek Rare Seeds that was sent to me as a freebie. This is not one that I chose, but it looks kind of fun, so I'm going to try it. So the first one is it's called Bodacious Hybrid, again from Burpee, and this is one that is supposed to grow gorgeous, juicy, and prolific fruits, 10 to 12 ounces each, with heirloom aromatics and tartly sweet flavor. It's indeterminate. I think that all the ones I'm growing are indeterminate. They are. I like that a lot better than determinate because I want to get tomatoes throughout the season. I don't want to just have one haul of tomatoes. That wouldn't be very useful for me. This says that you can harvest tomatoes about 80 to 90 days after transplanting. So I have my cups all filled half full, so it's about this much full, so about halfway, with seed starting mix. And let's take a look at the seeds. It says on here, starting indoors, sow seeds 1/4 of an inch deep to individual containers filled with seed starting formula. Keep moist. So I like to use a chopstick, and I like to make a little hole. And I'm going to plant 2 seeds in each cup because if they both grow, great, but if only one of them grows, then I've sort of hedged my bets. I don't have a lot of experience with tomatoes. I've done 1 year of them, and they did not do great. The plants grew, but they didn't produce very much fruit. So I'm hoping that this method of increasing the root production before I even plant them out will really help to grow more tomatoes. So I'm going to add a tag, Bodacious Hybrid, and it's got today's date that I'm planting it. These are to be planted 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost, and my last frost is May 1st. Today is March 12th, so I'm probably about 8 weeks. I'm going to put 1 in each hole. Looks like it's 2 tomato seeds, but let's put 1 there, and let's put 1 here, and let's put 1 here, and 1 here. And then I'm just going to put the rest of the seeds back. I'm just going to take my chopstick and kind of cover up where I planted, press it down with my fingers. The next tomatoes I'm going to try to plant are the Sun Gold Hybrid tomatoes. So these say they are flavorful, golden orange, cherry-sized fruit, borne in large clusters. Excellent served whole in salads, on a veggie tray, or as a standalone snack. Able to be harvested about 65 days after transplanting outdoors. So let's see. Stick them right in there with the tomatoes. Yep, just so they don't come over the edge of the cup. Those are ready to go. I don't need a ton of tomatoes, so I don't want to plant more than a couple of each variety. It's just really too many tomatoes for me. hopefully. I'm hoping to get a good harvest. So, right, the next one I'm gonna do is the Super Sweet 100. That's also Super Sweet 100 from Burpee. It says, deliciously sweet, bright red cherry-sized tomato, produce abundantly on long, multiple branched clusters, great for salads or snacks, indeterminate, harvest about 70 days after transplanting. All the ones that I'm buying are ones that were like recommended by other YouTubers, or they're the ones that Burpee highly recommends. I'm not, like, again, not super experienced in growing vegetables. I mostly grow flowers, so I really want to just take it from others what the best choice would be. These look exactly like the other ones. Super Sweet 100 hybrid. So let's make some holes. So I'm going to take my seeds, put one in each hole. One. There, one there. One here. And one here. So the last one that I'm planting is this Spoon tomato, which was the free tomato that I received from Baker Creek when I ordered some flower seeds. They always send you free seeds, which is really sweet. This says 65 to 70 days to maturity. This micro mini fruit may be the world's tiniest tomato. Fire engine red fruit is arranged beautifully along super long trusses. Bold, classic red, tangy tomato flavor. Spoon tomatoes pop when you bite into them. A delightful treat. So I'm gonna try it. It looks like fun. Let's see what happens. Put the tags in here already. Spoon tomatoes, the date. I'm just gonna make some holes. Get them in my soil. Once I'm done with all these, okay, put one seed in each hole. I don't know how many years the seeds will last, but I could definitely at least use these again next year, maybe the year after. I have planted some of my flower seeds a couple of years later. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't last. They're dried, so as long as they're kept in a dry situation. I store all of my seeds in these photo boxes, and I have a big container like this with all the photo boxes in them. What I've done is I've arranged all the photo boxes by what week I need to plant them this year. That's really helpful to me just to know which seeds have to get planted basically each weekend. So I'm gonna water in all the seeds. Soil was already pre-moistened, so that's not a problem, but I just wanna make sure everything's got plenty of water and stays nice and wet. Okay. Let's go with some vermiculite. The vermiculite helps to retain moisture. It also keeps down the occurrence of soil gnats, which I do not like soil gnats. If you can see them, they look like this with the vermiculite on top. Tomato seeds. So they do germinate in darkness, so that's cool. I'm gonna just put a top on these. So I think what I decided is I'm gonna put the tomatoes in a larger tray just so that the humidity dome will fit on top. I wanna keep them on a heat mat under the lights with the humidity dome on until we see that they have started to germinate. It doesn't matter if the humidity dome doesn't fit tight. It probably won't because the solo cups are too tall, but it will still keep the moisture in because it will be touching the top of the cup. So I'm just going to put this like this. So here I've put my tomato solo cups under lights on a heat mat. Not over here. You can see. I've got it on a timer. And that will help them to germinate. They should germinate within the week. They'll be on, the timer's on, the lights are on for 16 hours a day and off for 8 hours a day. And yeah, so let's see how this works. Thanks for watching.